Hi, I'm Carter. The kind of friend who tells you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. It's gotten me into trouble more times than I can count. But I'd rather lose friends for being honest than keep them by staying silent when it matters. My friend Ellie and I were grabbing coffee at Brewster's when she dropped the news that she was moving in with Marcus after dating for just 3 months. You're what? I nearly choked on my cold brew. Ellie, you barely know the guy. I know enough, she said, stirring her latte with unnecessary force. He's sweet, he's funny, and the rent in this city is killing me. It makes sense. I set my cup down carefully. The same Marcus who forgot your birthday last month? The one who conveniently loses his wallet whenever it's time to pay for dinner? Ellie's eyes narrowed. That was just twice, and he's been under a lot of stress with his new job. The job he's had for 6 months but still can't tell you exactly what he does. I raised an eyebrow. He works in finance, Carter. It's complicated. So complicated he can't explain it to you, a literal accountant? Jasmine arrived then, sliding into our booth with her usual perfect timing. Sorry I'm late. What did I miss? Ellie's moving in with Marcus, I said before Ellie could answer. Jasmine's smile froze. Oh, that's fast. See? Even Jasmine thinks it's too soon, I pointed out. I didn't say that, Jasmine backpedaled, glancing between us. I just meant, it's fine, Ellie interrupted. Carter's just being overprotective as usual. I'm being realistic, I countered. Remember when Jasmine dated that guy who said he was between apartments and ended up crashing on her couch for 3 months without contributing a dime? Jasmine winced. We don't need to revisit my terrible relationship choices. My point is, I continued, turning back to Ellie, you're rushing into something major with a guy who's shown some real red flags. They're not red flags, Ellie insisted. They're just quirks. Everyone has them. Quirks are leaving the toilet seat up or singing badly in the shower. Lying about why he can't make rent is something else entirely. He doesn't lie about rent. He's just had some temporary setbacks. Every month? I challenged. Ellie's phone buzzed. She glanced down and her expression softened. It's Marcus. He found the perfect apartment for us. I exchanged looks with Jasmine. Ellie, I said carefully, just promise me you'll check his credit score before signing anything. Oh my God, Carter, Ellie laughed, but there was an edge to it. Not everyone obsessively plans their life 6 months in advance like you do. Maybe they should, I muttered. Look, Ellie said, standing up and gathering her things. I appreciate the concern, but I'm a grown woman. I know what I'm doing. After she left, Jasmine slid into Ellie's vacant seat. You know she's not going to listen, right? I sighed, running a hand through my hair. Yeah, I know, but I had to try. For what it's worth, I think you're right about Marcus. There's something off about him. Tell that to Ellie, I said. She's completely blind to it. Love does that sometimes, Jasmine said with a shrug. All we can do is be there when she needs us. If, I corrected, if she needs us. When, Jasmine insisted. Trust me on this one, Carter. It's definitely a when. 3 weeks later, I was playing video games with my roommate Ryan when my phone rang. Ellie's name flashed across the screen. Finally decided to speak to me again, I answered, pausing the game. I need your help. Ellie's voice was tight. Can you come over, please? I grabbed my keys before she finished asking. On my way. Ryan looked up from the couch. Everything okay? Not sure. Ellie needs help with something. Ah, Ryan nodded knowingly. Marcus problems already? Don't say it, I warned. I wasn't going to say I told you so, Ryan said innocently. Yes, you were. Okay, I was, he admitted. But seriously, be gentle with her. Nobody likes hearing they made a mistake, especially from the person who warned them. I arrived at Ellie and Marcus's new apartment 20 minutes later. The place was nice, way nicer than what I'd expected given Ellie's salary and Marcus's temporary setbacks. Ellie answered the door with red-rimmed eyes. Thanks for coming. What happened? I asked, following her inside. Marcus is gone, she said, gesturing around the apartment, and so is most of the furniture. I looked around. The living room was nearly empty except for a single chair and the TV. He took the furniture? Your furniture? No, Ellie sank into the chair. His furniture, apparently. Turns out he used his last paycheck as a down payment on all this stuff. Rent's due next week and he's not answering my calls. I sat on the arm of the chair. Have you checked your joint account? That's why I called you, she said, handing me her phone. I can't make sense of these transactions. I scrolled through her banking app. There were multiple withdrawals over the past 2 weeks, each labeled as furniture payment, or apartment expenses. Ellie, I said slowly, did you add Marcus to your account? She nodded miserably. He said it would be easier for paying bills. I didn't say anything for a long moment, just continued scrolling through the transactions. Go ahead, she said finally. Say it. Say what? That you told me so, that I should have listened to you. I handed her phone back. I'm not going to say that. Why not? You were right. Because you're already beating yourself up enough, I said, and because being right about this doesn't feel good at all. Ellie's eyes welled up. I feel so stupid. You're not stupid. You trusted someone who didn't deserve it. Same thing, she muttered. No, it's not. Listen, have you called the bank? She shook her head. I don't even know what to say. Hi, I gave my boyfriend access to my account and now he's cleaned me out? Yes, exactly that, I said. You need to report this. But what if he comes back? What if there's an explanation? Before I could answer, there was a knock at the door. Ellie jumped up hopefully, but it was Jasmine. I came as soon as I got your text, she said, hugging Ellie. What can I do? Unless you can magically produce $3,000 for rent and bills, not much, Ellie said. Jasmine looked at me over Ellie's shoulder, eyes wide. Marcus cleared out her account, I explained. And the apartment, Ellie added. Don't forget that part. Okay, Jasmine said decisively. First, we're calling the bank and your landlord. Then we're getting you out of this place. And moving where? Ellie asked. I can't afford another security deposit. My couch pulls out, I offered. It's yours for as long as you need it. Ryan won't mind? Ryan likes you way more than he likes me, I said. Trust me, it's fine. Ellie looked around the nearly empty apartment. I can't believe this is happening. It's going to be okay, Jasmine assured her. We'll figure this out together. But what if he comes back? Ellie asked again. I exchanged glances with Jasmine. Do you want him to? Ellie was quiet for a long moment. I don't know. Ellie was still staying on my couch a week later when Marcus finally surfaced. She was at work, so I was the one who answered when he showed up at my door. Is Ellie here? He asked, looking over my shoulder into the apartment. No, I said, making no move to invite him in. Do you know when she'll be back? Why? Need to take something else from her? Marcus had the decency to look uncomfortable. Look, I know what you must think of me. I doubt that, I interrupted. I had an emergency, he continued. My mom got sick, and I needed money for her treatment. I was going to pay Ellie back. With what? The job you supposedly have but can never explain? His expression hardened. I don't have to explain myself to you. No, but you do have to explain yourself to the bank and the police. Marcus's eyes widened slightly. She filed a police report? What did you expect? I crossed my arms. You emptied her account and disappeared. I told you it was for my mom. Save it. I cut him off. Jasmine ran into your mom at the grocery store yesterday. She's doing great, by the way. Mentioned you've been on vacation in Miami. Marcus's face fell. You should go, I said. Just let me talk to Ellie. That's not happening. She's a grown woman, Marcus said, echoing Ellie's words from the coffee shop. Don't you think she deserves to make her own decisions? Absolutely, I agreed, which is why she's the one who told me not to let you in if you showed up. Before Marcus could respond, Ryan appeared beside me. Everything okay here? Marcus was just leaving, I said. Marcus looked between us, then took a step back. Tell Ellie I'm sorry, and that I'll pay her back, I promise. Like all your other promises, I asked. He didn't answer, just turned and walked away. Ryan and I watched until he disappeared down the stairs. Think he'll be back? Ryan asked. I hope not, I said, for his sake. When Ellie got home, I told her about Marcus's visit. My mom's sick? That's his excuse? She laughed bitterly. Wow. Are you okay? I asked. No, she admitted. But I'm better than I would be if I'd listened to his lies again. For what it's worth, I think you dodged a bullet. A few more months with him and the damage could have been much worse. I know you're right, she said. I just wish it didn't hurt so much. It hurts because you're a good person who trusts people, I told her. Don't let him take that from you, too. Jasmine arrived with dinner, and Ryan joined us around our small dining table. I talked to a lawyer friend today, Jasmine said between bites of pizza. She said since Marcus was an authorized user on your account, it complicates things, but doesn't make it impossible to get your money back. I'm not sure I want to deal with lawyers and courts, Ellie sighed. What do you mean? I asked. It's exhausting, Carter, and embarrassing. Everyone will know how stupid I was. You weren't stupid, Ryan interjected. My sister went through something similar last year. These guys are professional manipulators. Still, Ellie pushed her plate away. Maybe I should just chalk it up as an expensive lesson and move on. Is that really what you want to do? I asked. Ellie was quiet for a moment. No, she finally said. I want him to face consequences. I'm just scared. Good thing you're not doing it alone then, Jasmine said. We've got your back, Ryan added. Whatever you decide. Ellie looked around at all of us, her expression softening. Thanks, guys. I don't deserve friends like you. Yes, you do, I said, especially now. 2 months later, we were celebrating at Jasmine's apartment. Ellie had just signed the lease on a new place, a small studio, but all hers. To new beginnings, Jasmine raised her glass. And to friends who don't say I told you so, even when they really, really could, Ellie added, smiling at me. I grinned back. I would never. Liar, Ryan coughed into his hand, making everyone laugh. So what was the final damage with Marcus? Jasmine asked. The bank recovered about half of what he took, Ellie said. The rest I'm counting as the cost of learning a valuable lesson. That's a pretty expensive lesson, Ryan observed. Worth every penny, Ellie countered. I'll never ignore red flags again. Speaking of Marcus, I said, did you hear from the DA? Ellie nodded. They're moving forward with charges. Apparently I wasn't his first victim. Of course not, Jasmine shook her head. Guys like that don't just wake up one day and decide to start scamming people. At least he won't be doing it to anyone else for a while, Ellie said. That feels good. You know what else would feel good? Ryan suggested. If Carter finally asked out that barista he's been making eyes at for months, I threw a coaster at him. We're celebrating Ellie tonight, not discussing my love life. Or lack thereof, Jasmine teased. I don't know, Ellie said thoughtfully. After everything I've been through, I think I'm qualified to give some relationship advice. And my advice is, don't wait. Life's too short. See? Ryan gestured triumphantly. Listen to the wise woman. Fine, I conceded. Maybe I'll talk to her tomorrow. You'd better, Ellie warned, or I'm coming with you and doing it myself. That's terrifying, I laughed. Good, she said. Consider it my way of paying you back for everything you've done. Later, as Ryan and Jasmine argued over what music to play next, Ellie pulled me aside. I never properly thanked you, she said. For what? For warning me about Marcus, for not abandoning me when I ignored you, for letting me crash on your couch. Take your pick. That's what friends do, I shrugged. No, it's not. Not all friends anyway. A lot of people would have enjoyed watching me fail after I dismissed their warnings. I'm not most people. No, she agreed. You're not. And I'm never taking that for granted again. Does this mean you'll listen next time I tell you someone's bad news? I asked with a smile. Probably not, she admitted, but I promise to consider it more carefully. I'll take it, I said. As we rejoined the others, I realized something important. Sometimes being right doesn't matter as much as being there when you're needed. Ellie had learned her lesson the hard way, but she'd come through it stronger and wiser. And our friendship, instead of breaking under the strain, had only grown deeper. Not every story ends with perfect justice. Sometimes the best outcome isn't watching someone else suffer consequences, but seeing someone you care about heal and grow beyond their pain. For Ellie, that journey was just beginning, and this time, she wouldn't be facing it alone.